I'm here with Captain Billy Miller, and Billy's going to show us how to throw the cast net using the triple load method. And I want to tell you, the triple load method is one of the easiest methods of throwing a cast net you'll ever find. And if you've got a bad back, this is a method for you.
With the triple load method, it allows you to not put it in your mouth if you have braces or a few teeth that you don't want to quite get in the way, in harm's way. You don't have to put anything in your mouth. It allows you to take all that away from here, put it up on your shoulder, and then basically you're going to have the net open without having to put tons of torque on it to open it. A little bit of momentum will open this net all the way. In the traditional style method, you would have one piece here in your mouth and then half the net there. So the net wasn't totally open. It was basically split in two, and then you'd have to put the torque in it to open it. The triple load method will be totally different. Here's how you go to make it up. First, you want to put it on your wrist, and then you just want to coil it. You want to have coils that you can manage. You don't want a giant coil that's going to be hanging down below the lead line, because when you throw, it may catch the lead line and then it won't be able to close. From there, you want to make sure it's not twisted. You want it to be straight. If that net's twisted like this and you don't take that twist out, when you go to throw it, this will cinch down to here, and therefore a 12-foot net now is only 8 or 9 feet. So you want to make sure this twist is out of there and your net's ready to throw. From there, I like to come down and make the same size coil with the net as I did the rope. Depending on the length of the net, you'll have a different, amount of coils. On a bigger net, I might even coil it one more time. The next most important thing is to make sure your lead line is clear. If your lead line is tucked in behind a braille somewhere, it won't open. So go through it. Run through your net. Make sure the lead line's clear. If there's a piece right there, that would have helped close the net as we throw it. You just want to go through, make sure there's no sticks or any tangles in your lead line, and now you're ready to throw. Hold your net right alongside you. The length I like to have, some say by the belt. If you got really long arms, it's going to vary. I like to stand regular position. If I can just curl my wrist like a forearm curl and bounce those lead lines, that's going to be the right length. Here's the piece of net lead line that is up against your left toe. That's where you want to pick it up. From there, you want to take 1/3 of the net. That's why we're calling the triple load. It's going to be a third, a third, and a third. You take 1/3, and you're going to come in between you and the net. This is the one tricky part, is you come right in here and you put it right on your shoulder. You have 1/3 here and 2/3 of the net down here now. So now what you pull out another third. You got 1/3 here in this hand, 1/3 here on this shoulder, and 1/3 hanging. If you look now, that net's open. It's already open. It just needs a little bit of momentum to carry this thing out. Now that we've got it made up, this is one of the more important pieces, is the momentum. It doesn't take a whole lot of swing with your back, as a lot of people will think. It's all in your hands. When you throw this thing, if you just twist your back and throw it, it'll work, but you're putting all the pressure on your back. But if you'll push the net away from you and then let the leads come back, all the pressure is in the swing. Very little back torque will open that net wide open. What I was talking about with the swing, when it's made up, it's a little bit harder to see. Here, I just hold the net like this. This is basically the swing that you want to use. You want to swing it out and swing it back and swing it forward and let it go. If just the momentum of the net wants to swing itself back forward just like a pendulum would. As it gets up, it's got to come down. It wants to go that way. A little bit of twist to the back will open it all the way up instead of using a lot of force with your back. It goes up, it's got to come down. And that's the swing, which really opens it up. Too many people try and go like this and then this. That doesn't work. If you'll use the net to your advantage, it'll open up for you a lot better. If you're going to spend the time to learn how to open the net, you need to take a little bit of time to learn how to close the net. Everybody says, well, how do I throw a cast net? How do I throw a cast net? And you watch this video and you see the motion, you see the way to set it up, and you throw it and it opens. Good. How do you close it? 95% of the people you see throw that cast net, they let it sit for a second, and then they just start muscling it right on in. The way this net is designed is to draw the bottom in and purse it up. If you just start pulling it and it's laying on the bottom, those leads come up like this, and whatever's down there in the center just slipped out from underneath your net. The key to closing these is in small motions. If you watch the lead line out on the far end, it's only traveling an inch or two at a time. By doing that, that lead line is inching in, and whatever bait is wanting to get underneath it, or whatever fish, especially with mullet, they won't be able to go underneath it. The bigger fish, like the mullet, when you throw on them, you watch them, they'll run right to the lead line and put their nose on it. And if you just start pulling it, they're waiting for you to do that. You pull it up, they're gone. Oh man, I had the fish in the net, I don't know how they got away. If you close it little bits at a time, it only takes 30 more seconds and you're gonna have probably 30% more fish in your net. So little tugs at a time, that net will close, the leads will come together, the fish will be stuck out in a bag, and then when you pull it up, no fish get away. That's the one thing that most people forget about when throwing a cast net, is closing a cast net.